subscribe. Darling Radio. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, I told you many times, man. Why you don't get it? The Mad Mullah, Al Majnoon. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good.
Tariq Nasheed.
I'm good. What's on your mind? And hopefully no babbling.
No, 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 no babbling, and I hope you don't mute me because I noticed that. But it's a brother to brother talk, and honestly, you know I think sorry, man. I'm barbecuing,
All right. You
so I'm good.
shouldn't cook bush.
But let me tell, nah, no, motherfucker,
You're going to
nah.
charcoal from that bushmeat fire is going to set the curtains on fire, brother. You don't want to do that. You don't want to cook bushmeat on an apartment. You need to be out there in an open field, brother. You're going to get your Section 8 revoked. But go ahead, man. What's on your mind? Go ahead, brother. Unmute your mic.
I don't know. You said Section 8. What's Section 8?
Your apartment, the apartment you stay in, sir.
Nah, I stay in a condominium. That's my place that
Yeah.
I pay money every month till I own it and then sell it back to some sucker. But listen, let me tell you something. I never knew who you were, Tariq Rashid. You know, I accidentally fell into this rabbit hole, and I'm like, next day I woke up, I see some videos, I see some notifications from your minions on my Twitter talking shit to me. I'm like, who is this Tariq Rashid? And I like think about you. You're very resilient, very very resilient man. You were a rapper way before I was born, back in the '90s. Cosmo Flex,
Mm.
Cosmo Flex, huh?
Yeah, and I was in a rap group with your mom. Yeah, we had
Nah, my mom, no, no, my brother. Sorry, don't bring.
yes, me and your mom were in a rap group. We had we were gangster rappers. You know, we were HWA. You heard of NWA? We were HWA. It was Hungry with an Appetite. That was the name of the group.
Wait, man. Be
We were
respectful,
hungry.
man. You got kids, you got wife.
Yes.
Be respectful, man.
Right.
Please, peace. I come in peace.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna talk about your mom. I'm not gonna talk about your mom. Okay?
Get to the point, man. You're just babbling. We got other people. Why?
Babbling. Okay.
Okay, you're in there chopping up bush meat. You said you went down a rabbit hole where you ate all the rabbits. You used them as bush meat. So let's get to the point. What are you talking about?
Here's the point. You're trying to make a documentary. How about I don't think there is in this whole space, in this whole world, something called FBA, something called African Foundation. I call them different name. I know it's gonna trigger you. It's called Forced Black Americans, but FBA Foundation.
How are we forced and you had to flee over here? So you were forced to flee, aren't you?
Nobody is cool. If flee, I can come back anytime I want. I could cut a ticket today. Tariq, let's be real, bro.
You're not never
Calm down.
you're never going back to Somalia, sir. Let's stop it. You've been forced to leave your homeland, sir. Y'all love projecting.
All right, all right, all
You were forced to flee your homeland and you over here with us. So
fine. I wanted to take the mic a long time ago because I wanted to tell you, ask you this specific question.
what's your question, sir? I don't have you muted, by the way. I don't have you muted. All right. I think some of that bush meat that you're chopping up over there fell on the phone.
I think your wife is muting me. Please allow me to talk. So, or whoever working with you. So we, as my advice, first of all, your documentary is how to build a community, an FBA community where you guys have a mission, a body, a leader. Okay. I don't know if you don't qualify as a leader because you always be smelling ass and shit. You always be. I was like listening to your old rap, like you
What are you talking about? You're just saying random weird stuff. And nobody's getting advice from some musty, fleeing light bulb head.
I know.
Nobody's going to get advice from you. You always call up trying to give us advice. And, sir, you failed miserably where you had to come over here with us. You were in there eating because of us, sir. You're able to chop up good foods because of us. That's why you're eating in the middle of the night, sir, because you couldn't eat in your homeland. You had to wait on Sally Struthers to drop a bag of rice off from a helicopter. So now you're eating good. You don't have to eat Red Cross rice, sir.
See, I'm talking. I'm talking.
No,
I'm
you
talking about weird. I sound like weird because
can get out of here. I don't want to hear fleeing tether babble. Always trying to give us some advice. My advice to you guys, I don't know. Nobody wants advice to somebody who failed and fleed. What the hell you gonna tell us? How to find the right track shoes for running? Let's get brother Robbie in here. Rob, what's up, brother?
What's going on, brother Tariq? I had a question. I think this is a perfect segue. I found it interesting. I was watching this documentary and I was totally blown away. They said that a lot of the brothers and sisters in the diaspora in their home countries, they have to import food for their minerals.
Yeah,
So that I'm like, why is the land not fertile? How is it that they're able to get finesse like that? I don't know if you know anything about that, and I'll land my plane.
yeah, yeah. That's common. Yeah, a lot of the food over there is imported. That's just I was ranking on dude. Yeah, the cat's sitting over there waiting on a helicopter to drop off rice and grains. Yeah, I mean, you can get out there and just all you need water and just dig up the dirt and plant some stuff. Yeah. Let's get Lord Haiti in the building. Lord Haiti.
How you doing, Mr. Nasheed?
I'm good, brother. Sock say.
Nabule. I wanted to speak on, first off, big fan of all your work from Hidden Colors 1 to Buck Breaking. Been following you since like 2012.
The 1804.
So
You saw 1804?
absolutely. I didn't know, and so like my name, Lord Haiti, was based upon Jean Baptiste. So I was like, oh, okay, pay homage because I'm a Chicago native.
Yeah.
I spoke with you before on Instagram and everything, but want to just build quickly on the Hidden Colors. Specifically, Dr. Frances Cress Wilson. She's been a big staple here. Now, some of her material is being studied here in Chicago in certain universities, specifically UIC, as well as University of Chicago. That's her alma mater. She also paid a lot of homage to Neely Fuller,
Yeah.
and now in like the climate, because I'm 30 years old now, the term on code is now being changed. Because Neely Fuller talked about what being on code is, and so now people are trying to change the definition on what being on code is. Now that like Democratic rhetoric been, well, I'll say a lot of Democratic people or liberals have been, I want to say, infiltrating certain spaces.
Yeah.
Uh, Also, specifically, I know you shared a lot of the FBA influence in Mike Check. I think a lot of FBA influence doesn't get talked about in other aspects. Specifically, someone like a Sandra Isidore, who influenced Fela Kuti, a FBA woman from Los Angeles who influenced Fela Kuti to start Afrobeat and bring forth consciousness. She's a good woman. Also, I think his name was what's the guy name from? He got a Nobel Peace Prize. The guy who helped start made Israel independent state. I think his name was
Um.
Ralph
Yeah.
Bunche.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's also a FBA brother. So um, also just wanted to see, because I'm in solidarity with everybody. So definitely on code, rocking with everything.
Absolutely.
I think, yeah, I just think that more of the people who had a direct influence on the world, outside of just hip hop, should be brought up as well. Like more, and I'm gonna land my plane there.
There you go. go. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's the a new Hidden Colors is needed, man. There's a lot of topics we need to knock out. Just brainstorming. Again, talk about the what was going on after emancipation. Talk about the prosperous black cities around the country that we've started. Talk about the impact that a lot of these foundational Black American sisters had. Talk about some of these unsung heroes, like this brother just brought up the sister who helped influence Afrobeats. There was a lot of sisters doing phenomenal things. We could possibly talk about all of the cuisines that we created. Just a lot of stuff. Just a lot of stuff. But yeah, I think it's time. RJ, let's get RJ in here. What's
Yo,
up,
hi
RJ?
Tariq. I'm good. You still chilling for the
No,
GOP?
I'm just shilling against Kamala. I'm glad that her numbers are falling flat. She's about to lose, so I'm definitely shilling to make her lose.
Yeah, you're chilling for the GOP.
No,
Everyone knows that by now. But I wanted to talk about the new series you should make. You should probably make a series on a person, on a character. So like, famously, you like to say, the civil rights era is the reason why immigrants can move to the
mhm,
US. So you should do like you should do like a chapter in Dr. King and how he brought all those laws into place, and then a chapter on um um Frederick Douglass, maybe 3 episodes or something like that, 3 episodes per person or something like that. But
about
anyway,
Frederick Douglass.
um,
But
you're
okay,
talk
what? Well, now, what about Frederick Douglass? Because Frederick Douglass he wasn't really trying. He wasn't on no Pan African thing.
no. I mean, on it's just a series on him in general. So a series on each iconic black person is what
Right,
I mean.
right,
Yeah. That would be
right.
sick. Um, yeah. But I wanted to talk about this Cardi B thing you
Yeah.
have in the title. You haven't said one thing about all the shenanigans, unless it has to be blatant racism. For you to say one thing about Trump and the Republicans, they have to damn near wear clan hood for you to say one thing bad about them. But if it's
What?
one misstep from Kamala, you start shucking
I'm
and jiving, and then
dude. Cardi B was a train wreck. That was their star of the night, and she was a complete dude. Come on. You know that. You think she did good, dude. Come on.
I wouldn't advise to bring Cardi B on, but that's not like this is the thing you always do. Anytime someone speaks about her policies, Kamala's policies, then you talk about her character and shenanigans. You,
What policy?
you keep yo-yoing back and forth because you say she has no policies, and then sometimes a person will come on stage and tell you why they're voting for her policies, for student loan, for housing, for jobs. Then you say, "Oh no, that's for immigrants." You know how to keep floating back and forth and pretending she's not doing
Hey,
anything, while she really literally has a
no, she
policy
don't.
page up.
She's doing things for your fellow immigrants, sir. That's why you're stumping for it, because as an immigrant, you gonna get some stuff, and your cousins and stuff get over here, and they're gonna get some goodies. That's why.
Now I think you're afraid of power. You're afraid of power.
And you're afraid of deodorant, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about policy, sir. And you're going to get policies that benefit you as an immigrant and your family as an immigrant, sir. We, foundational Black Americans, we don't really benefit from her policies like that. It maintains a wealth gap, and we're not with that, sir. You understand? Go ahead. RJ, go ahead.
I was double muted. You should probably speak until I'm not double muted.
Go ahead.
But what what was I gonna say? You, all the civil rights leaders will be spinning in their grave, seeing you cape for a white man who's literally a white supremacist. He's not even a bland, Republican. He's Trump. He's the most racist, divisive, idiot, dumb scumbag president that America has ever seen. outside of a slave owner, outside of the Civil War, Trump is the worst American president that America has ever seen, and you are caping for him against a black woman. All the civil rights leaders are spinning in their grave.
A black woman where? Where's a black woman?
She's a black woman. She's a black. Because why are they hating her? Why are they saying racist things against her and calling her out her name? Because she's a black woman. So if the white people are hating her and they're not hating freaking Sarah Palin, they're hating Kamala Harris because she's a black woman, and you are pretending like she's not. Well, obviously the white people disagree with you. Obviously there's a difference.
Oh Lord, sir, you're just saying
You
stuff.
racist. So
Okay, your iPhone 1 is acting up, RJ. The shaming tactics don't work. Number one, she's not a foundational black American woman. And as you talk about somebody caping for a white man,
you can be black without being a American. You know that. You can be black without
somebody
being an
caping
American.
for a white man is Kamala because she lays up in bed with one every night, sir, and you're caping for her. So what does that say about you, RJ?
It says I'm caping for a black woman and you're caping for a white man. You're literally caping for a woman. How do you sleep at night? How do you feel good
Well, I
about
feel
yourself?
great about myself because I bathe, unlike you. And speaking of that, you were giving RJ, you were giving movie ideas. I got a movie idea, and I can have you as a technical advisor because it's going to be kind of based on you and your lineage. I'm thinking about doing a horror movie. All right, right after I do the documentary, and in this horror movie, it's going to be a musty ghost. They can't see it, but they can smell it. And I want you to be the technical advisor. It's going to be called a Bushmeat on Elm Street, and I'm going to have you come in and use some of your must for the stunts. Can we have you be a technical advisor on the movie, sir?
Tariq, you're hilarious. See, you go into ad hominems because you know all you have is trolling. You always say when people go into trolling, they're
You're
losing.
just saying the same bullshit over and over. All right. Anyway, let me get some more people in here. Oh Lord, you say the same nonsense. Let's get Miami is infiltro. Miami is infiltro. All right. Mr. Miami, hop on, sir. Miami infiltro. If you can unmute your mic, that would be phenomenal. If that mic can get unmuted. All right, while we're waiting on you to unmute that mic, let's get our brother EJ, Eric John in the building. Eric Johnson in the building. EJ, go ahead, brother.
Hey, brother, how you
I'm
doing?
good, EJ. How you doing? You're a little muffled, brother.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me disconnect my track phone headphones. These tethers be trying to sell niggas too many things on the street and stuff. Wait a minute.
So you got some Canal Street headphones.
You you got the mic
much,
muted. Great.
much better.
All right, thank you, brother Tariq. Yeah, man, that last Bussy Popper, he's always coming into these spaces, pop locking and dropping it for Kamala Harris. I think he's trying to get some of that curry, try to get some of that Punjabi passion to make the room stink. So, I don't think Master Doug is gonna let that happen. It's always these tethers that be taken up for these, Democratic candidates, and this just goes to show you that. People that's out here voting for Kamala Harris and just taking it out of proportion. You can vote for whoever you want to, but when y'all take this shit to extreme measures, like these big back battle tote built individuals with $2 divestment wigs, I ain't gonna say no names, TS, and that other dude, it's just always these people
that's be coming in these spaces ain't bringing nothing to the damn point. And this Cardi B situation, it doesn't surprise me. She's a C- rapper. She ain't doing nothing in her life. And if you gotta read a damn speech off your phone, I can only imagine what you do to your daughter at bedtime when you trying to read her a Dr. Seuss book. You see, people like that, they have a hard time at reading, so they gotta take their anger out by cussing and just doing all type of derogatory shit. But these tethers just gonna keep on tethering and just keep getting hit upside the head with the bamboo stick. So the moral of the story is, November 5th is Judgment Day for Shang Tsung Kamala Harris, and I don't want to hear any of you tethers crying in the corner, eating them stale collard greens from the bathtub. So you might as well go on and get ready to hold this L. So just keep doing your good thing, Tariq, and we need some more Bucci Bear cartoons too, man. You've been slipping lately, brother. We need those Bucci Bear cartoons back ASAP. Thank you, Tariq, and I land my plane.
Thank you. Let's get Two Live Forever. Two Live Forever. Two Live Forever. Unmute your microphone. Two Live, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. And while we're waiting on Two Live, let's get Juan Morris in the building. Juan? What's up, Juan? I can barely hear you, sir. I can, yes, something is going on. You're very muffled and you're. Okay, Juan, I'm going to drop you down. I'm going to have you switch iPhones. You're still rocking the T-Mobile Sidekick, and that's just not working over here. So we'll have you come back up in a second. And shout out to everybody in here. We do have a lot of people in the building in the middle of the night. Much respect to you guys. Nawali, I remember you the other night. Nawali, hop back on. Let's see what you got to say. Let's get Nawali in the building.
Hey Tariq,
What's up, Nawali?
I got a quick question.
Again, where are you from? I forgot. Where are you from again?
Hold on one second. Question. Would you ever see a doctor that's from a failed country?
Hold
Have you
on.
have you
Hold
ever
on.
have you ever seen a
Hold on.
medical?
Hold on. Hold on. Nawali, I asked you a question. Why'd you ignore my question?
I'm from the UK.
Where are you from, Nawali? You told me before, but I forgot. Where are you from again?
I'm from one of those countries that eat bushmeat. It don't really matter.
It does matter. I know you
We
went to.
all we
Wait,
all we
slow
all
down.
eat bushmeat, so
Right.
it's all one and the same.
Nah. Which country is it? You
Let,
went to
let,
okay.
let's get into it. Just hold on, because this really is what my main question.
Okay. I want you to answer the question about where were you before you went to the UK. You told me before, but I just forgot. All right, you don't have to be ashamed of your homeland.
Okay, have you ever had an accountant or a doctor that's from a failed country? That's all I want to know.
Okay. Where?
I'm from Zambia.
Okay, you're making up a country, sir. Wow.
Tariq, have you ever seen a doctor or any type of professional from a failed country such as India or Nigeria?
I don't know.
Would you ever hire a carpenter or someone to do the plumbing in your house or the electrical work or any type of professional service from someone from a failed country?
Yeah, I would get some food from a failed like a little baklava every.
Tariq, the problem is like,
Also, hold on, I'm talking. You don't ask me a question and then talk over me when I answer it. Yeah, I like some Caribbean food from some failed countries. Some of the food is kind of good in certain places. So yeah, there's some good things that can come out. So what's the point? What's some of the food?
you see, the point is, whenever you get asked a serious question that needs a serious response, or you don't know how to answer, you just get into the
but you're talking over me. You asked me a question and I gave an answer. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a hypothetical question. Would you
So
ever see a doctor from somewhere from a failed country if they went to Harvard, they have 30 years of medical experience? Would you have any problems with taking medical advice from such a person?
no, I would not because that's an anomaly. That person is an anomaly. And you have, but what I
You,
will not, but what I will not, but you know,
Ta-
I won't.
Tariq, majority of
Don't talk over me. What I will not do is get societal or lineage advice from somebody with a failed lineage. That's what I won't do. Getting an individual dish from somebody from a failed nation, that's okay. Some people can cook personally. There's some individuals who can learn the medical game, even though there's a lot of them who are scammers, because there's a lot of these people who got scam degrees, but the ones who don't have scam degrees, you might find some people who are pretty thorough. I'll rock with that. You might rock with somebody who comes over and learns how to do accounting. I might rock with that. But somebody who comes from a failed lineage trying to give another lineage advice, no, I won't listen to that at all. And you, sir, you try to give us advice as foundational Black Americans on what we should do based on our lineage collectively. And collectively, you failed. So we cannot get advice from you. You see how it works?
Tariq, if you could just give me 15 seconds. You see, just a few minutes ago, you were talking to a gentleman who was giving some advice about movies. When you found out, obviously you knew he was foreign born.
I
You got so
No, I didn't. RJ is known on here. I didn't find out he was foreign born. We can hear his accent, number one, and he calls up all the time, trolling. He's a Democrat shill. And he wasn't really giving genuine advice. You do a movie about Dr. King and Frederick Douglass. Come on now, that's not no real advice.
well. Okay, right now you said a tether is not qualified to give you lineage-based advice. But the problem, Tariq, is you get so upset of any type of advice, whether it's financial, whether it's movies, whatever it is, with any time.
Sir, you tethers don't upset nobody. The last thing I am is upset. I'm not upset. How calm I am? I'm calm. You tethers don't phase me. Nobody's upset by you. Nobody's upset by you, sir. You don't rile nobody up. Sir, I toy with you. I'm just toying with my food right now. You get ate up by me and others all the time. I'm just toying with my food. Nobody's upset with you, sir. You're not that important, sir. But anyway, Nawala, you're just babbling because you really don't have anything to say. Let me get you. All right. Sauce. Let's get sauce in here.
Big bro.
How you doing, Sauce?
All right, man. Hey, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. I just want to give my thanks to you, man, because you put it all on the line. You sacrifice a
Yes,
lot,
sir.
to stick up for our people. But oh boy, did have a point, man. You should do a documentary entitled "The FBA," since they wanted to, think we playing or we lying about certain facts, and just put all the facts, the truth out there. You know.
Yeah, and that's what the hidden colors thing is. We can put all that in the hidden colors joint. But thank you for the call. Damien, what's up, Damien? Damien.
What's up, Tariq? How you doing, man? Appreciate you having me. Thank you for this wonderful space that you put together here, man. Um, First off, you have incredible patience to have to deal with some of these guys. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you. I got you.
Yeah, the fact that you have to deal with that and you have to, give some platform to some of these smaller accounts, and have to, put up with that. That's pretty noble of you, man. Um, but in regards to the title of your of this chat, like of this space, it's actually crazy that the pandering and the flip flopping and just sort of like inauthenticity of Kamala having a it just shows like a lot of lack of integrity. It's like a great evidence of like her inauthenticity and manipulativeness, I feel like. And the fact that you're able to call that out and seeing some great speakers come on here and kind of recognize that is huge. So
Oh yeah.
um I thought that was great. Um so I'm an immigrant from Egypt and here out here in California, but I have a question for you. Would you say that all countries um in Africa who are now American, would you call an Egyptian African American? Like, would that be appropriate? Would that or would that be not like suitable?
Because technically they are an African American, just like Elon Musk. Technically, he's an African American, and he's kind of joked about that. So that's the thing. That's why we really don't use that term no more, because anybody can be a damn African American. An African immigrant comes over here, they're African American. So we have designated our lineage. We're foundational Black Americans. So we're just not lumped in with everybody. That really specifies our specific lineage. So
Right,
so
right,
technically you can be an African American.
right, right. Right. So, but I love what you say about like the civil rights movement gave like it opened the door, it gave the capacity for immigration to be possible for African Americans to come through and to have a shot at the American dream. That's a great like way to look at it. I never even thought about it this way, like that.
And with the civil
This
rights movement, what we did in the civil rights movement, it was about um equality for everybody. Because you got people like John Leguizamo and all these people who talk about how Hispanics and they fought for the first civil rights laws. No, they were fighting to be white and get the privileges of whiteness, and everybody else all to be damned. We were the ones said, no, we're not going to have this race get special treatment and everybody else get dumped on. It has to be equal all across the board. We said it's going to be equal housing, it's going to be equal accommodations in public places, equal schooling, and we're going to have equal immigration. You're not going to have these quotas for one group and not quotas for another group. Immigration has to be equal. Everything is equal. We were the ones stomping for that, sir. So that's what we let everybody know.
Right, yeah, that's great. I love the fact that like we're moving, like I feel like there's this move from this idea of seeing color and kind of creating the differences between color to more of like a color blindness. Is that something that 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 is accepted in the FBA community?
It's not about color blindness because people see who's who. It's all about being equitable, though. It's all about equitable justice, because there's racism that does exist, and certain things have to be rectified when certain things are done to certain groups.
Yeah.
So we acknowledge, because you can't be colorblind. You see what a person's is.
Yeah, no, no, for sure. Yeah, what about the idea about like obviously I believe you believe in meritocracy and choosing and hiring people based on merit, but then a lot of sort of like voices will say, well, a lot of the African American community, the Black community, didn't get the same chances or opportunities to be able to kind of compete in this meritocracy. Like, what are your thoughts on
Which
that?
is true. It's true. We get targeted. We were specifically targeted for deprivation, and other groups were elevated to a certain degree as buffer groups. So they've worded things in a way where people will get benefits based on their lineage or their status, so that they can say, hey, there's no race. We're not looking at race. Oh, race, we're not looking at race. But what they've done is change things from immigrant to or to status based or lineage based. So Native Americans, they get a lot of tangibles, but they base it on their lineage. Um, a lot of Jewish people in Israel, there's money given to them based on lineage. Immigrant groups, and primarily Hispanic, instead of saying we're going to give this to Hispanic groups, they do it under the guise of immigration, which is a status, and they get all types of benefits. And Asians as well, they get things from the immigrant status. So this is why we as foundational Black Americans, we're moving to status as well. And a lot of people feel a certain way about it because they won't be able to leech off us. We're looking at our status as foundational Black American freedmen and descendants of freedmen. So the delineation movement is working for us in a certain way that we should have been on a long time ago. And we're trying to get equitable justice based on our lineage. So that's very important.
Got it. Got it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. All right. Okay. A lot of folks in here. Where'd Giancarlo? I was gonna get Giancarlo up. Where'd you go, Giancarlo? I was gonna get you up. I was gonna get Giancarlo in the building. Let's get Bakuni. Okay. Bakuni, let's get him in. Kumbaya, Bakuni. What's going on, by Bakuni, whatever your name is? Unmute your mic.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Can you hear me,
I
Tariq?
can hear you good, sir. Where are you calling from?
Where I'm coming from?
Yes, sir. Where are you calling from?
Oh, no, I'm calling from the US. I'm from New York. No, not I'm from New York. I'm calling from New York. Let's make it clear. I'm calling from New York.
Now,
I'm a resident of New
where are
York.
you from originally, sir?
I am from Africa, born and raised. I came here many years ago.
What part of Africa, sir?
I'm from the West. I'm from Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso. There you go. All right. So what's on your mind tonight, sir?
Okay, what I want to say is I want to tell each and every brother here, it doesn't matter the African American, the FBA, they identify as FBA or African born and raised. What I'm trying to say here, I've been in this group for quite a while and I'm listening. And I want each and everybody, each and every of my brother who doesn't understand or who have been, who have known about the FBA to just listen. Just listen. Don't say anything, just listen. Because I believe that what the FBA is saying, even if I don't agree with everything, I believe and I deeply in myself think that they have some point. But I'm not gonna I am not going to go against or say anything or argue anything. I'm just gonna listen and learn. And I want every single brother that were born in Africa or born here to just listen and learn. Because these people, the FBA, they have what they're saying is not just in the air. There's something that we Africans or people who think that every black is just African, to just listen to them and take what they're saying as having a point here and here not having a point, but just listen. And that's why I'm listening.
Yes,
And
sir. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Let's listen. That's right.
In the heart of nature, we find our true strength, a connection to our roots, to the land, to each other. Introducing Rootwork deodorant, infused with the potent power of High John the Conqueror root. Embrace the natural strength and resilience passed down through generations. Feel the purity of natural ingredients, harmonizing with your body and spirit. Rootwork Deodorant, bringing you in tune with nature and with yourself. Rootwork Deodorant. Connect, empower, thrive. Available now at rootworkstyle.com.